This video is going to cover the basic information that you need to know to handle a lead in your lead manager system. The first thing you're going to do, like always, is log in to the back end of your website by going to realtyexecutivesfl.com/backend. You will then enter in your username and password and hit sign in. You're going to default on your lead management tab, and this is where you will find any new leads or returning leads that have been to your website. For example, 2 leads have been back to my website, Chris Ward and Jeff Osley. Okay? But what we're going to cover today is how you will handle a new lead when it comes to your website. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to act like Jeff is a new lead. Okay? And Jeff came to my website. Here's the information that you're going to find about the lead right here. The first thing that you're going to do when you receive this lead, a Tier 1 lead, which means an in-house lead, is you're going to land on its summary page, and you're going to find out the information here about this lead. Their name, the assigned agent will be you, the date that it was assigned on, etc. The date that the lead joined, the date of the last visit, and any comments or any information down here as well. What you'll want to do is you want to go ahead and check out the listings and just make sure that this is an area that you want to service. The lead manager will do its best to farm these out by geographical area, so this shouldn't be an issue, but what you want to do is just make sure that yes, you do want to accept this lead. So after you take a look at their listings in the area that this lead is looking in, you're going to go over to the edit button. Okay, and you're going to change this lead from pending to accepted. You can also change the heat of the lead. If this is someone with a phone number and you just happen to have a conversation with them, maybe this is a medium hot lead, or maybe this is a warm lead. This can be changed and will be changed depending on how long the lead stays on the system and the correspondence that you have with the lead moving forward. So for right now, I'm going to say warm lead because this lead has looked at a lot of listings. And this is just for your organizational purposes. Okay, here's any more information about the lead here. Then you go to edit lead, and now I know that you have accepted this lead, and it will be removed from the pending status in the lead manager's backend. Okay, so now you have received a new lead. You've looked at their listings, okay, and you've also accepted that lead. So now what you want to do is you want to go to searches, okay, and you want to see what has Jeff done on the website. Has he saved any searches for himself? Auto-generated searches happen when your lead is very active on the site. So if your lead is looking in the same area continuously around the same price range, the system will automatically set up an auto-generated search. Now, a lot of times you won't see anything. Sometimes you'll see a search set up by the lead, which will be indicated right here. And other times you'll see nothing. So one of the first things that you want to do when you have a new lead, you want to set up a saved search for them if they do not already have one. If they do have one, you want to make sure that it's set up correctly. So what we're going to do is go ahead and just create a saved search for this lead. You click the green button here. And you noticed on the listing section that this lead was looking in downtown Orlando. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a search title so this lead will know what this search is all about. This search title is visible by your lead. Basically, they will get an email every time a new property comes on the market that fits this requirement, and it will be notified by, say, Jeff's our new listings in downtown Orlando. So that's exactly what we're going to do. New listings in downtown Orlando. So now this Jeff knows that when he receives these emails, this is what he can look forward to. Orlando is obviously bigger than downtown Orlando, so I'm going to go ahead and remove city. One thing I want you to keep in mind is that if you have selected a city and then you select a zip code outside of that city, they will basically the system won't know what to do. Do you want city or do you want zip code? So it won't send out anything. So be very careful that if you select a city, for example, if you were going to select Altamont Springs, your zip codes are also zip codes in Altamont Springs. If you were to put in one zip code outside of Altamont Springs, then this would be a null and void basic search here. They would not be receiving any properties from you. So since I know that Jeff is looking in downtown Orlando, 32806, I'm going to go ahead and select 32806 as well as 32801. Then I'm going to go down here. I'm going to do the price range here, 500,000 to $1 million. 4 bedroom, 2 bath. Oops, excuse me. And I'm going to try to keep this big because I have not had a conversation with Jeff yet. So I just want to make sure that I'm not going to exclude anything or include anything, that he does not want. So we've got the price range in. We have the area in by zip code, which is the most important thing. Then we're going to go up here to save search. Okay. So now there's 2 searches saved for Jeff. There's a save search, which we just created, and then there's an auto-generated search. Okay. Why this is important. A lot of times your leads are going to look like this. They'll have a name and an email address, but there will be no phone number. So the only way to communicate with this person is through email and by sending them information, relevant information. So if you create a safe search, at least you know that this person is going to receive something from you when something new comes on the market. So that's why this is important. You also want to make sure that if your lead or customer has set up their own search, that it's accurate. Let's say, for example, we noticed a spelling error here in the search name or something that was incorrect. It's very simple. You just go here to the blue button to edit. That's going to pull up the search that we just created over here on the right hand side. And you would then just change that information right there, update the search, and then it would update and change the information right now. Okay, so now you have the summary of your lead, their name, their phone number, hopefully a email, hopefully a phone number, and you know that you've created a saved search for this lead. So what I want to do is I want to email Jeff to let him know that I just saved a search for him. So I'm going to go here into email, and we're going to get into pre-built messages in a later video. But what I'm going to do right here has my sender information, my sender email information. This is all done when you set up your agent profile. You're going to go in here and create your message. So your subject would be on the lookout for new properties in downtown Orlando. Jeff, I recently set up a search for you in downtown Orlando, etc., etc. Okay? Then you're going to want to go here and you're going to want to copy this and add your signature. If this is something new that you're seeing for the first time, you're going to want to go back and watch some of the previous videos about setting up your agent profile. That's where you will create your signature. And so every time you create an email manually, you don't have to then put in all your name, your phone number, your email, and all of that. You just have to copy this or type this, and that will put your signature right there. Okay, so basically this lead just came to me, right? You should have an autoresponder set up. That was in a previous um, video that we did in a previous class. So basically Jeff came to my site and I know that he received an autoresponder already from me, welcoming him to my site. I set up a saved search for him. This system updates with the MLS every evening at 6 p.m. So he's not going to get an email from me until either tomorrow or the next day, depending on when a new property comes on the market. And obviously the more restrictive you are, the less frequently they're going to be. So maybe I don't want to send this message to Jeff right now because he already received an autoresponder email from me when he came to my site. So I'm going to go ahead and send this at a later date and time. I'm going to pull up the calendar. Okay. Today's Tuesday the 15th. So let's say chances are he's probably not going to get one of the emails from me till the 17th. So let's skip a day and let's change it to the 17th. Okay. And I'm going to send this in the morning, maybe 8:30. So now this email will not go out right now. It will go out on February 17th at 8:30 a.m. Now, if you go back to the notes section, you'll see everything that's gone on between you and your lead or your customer. So I can go back here and I can see, okay, great. I updated a search, new listings in downtown Orlando. I created a saved search right here. And then, let me see, there should be, give me 1 second here. Okay, sorry. In the history section, it shows right here what you did on February 15th. Okay, so the user action was a login. So my lead logged in this morning at 9:26. I went in around 12:32 and updated some details. As you'll see, lead edited by Jennifer Dollar. I also created a delayed email. So you'll always know what's going on. Even if you set up an email to go out at a later date, you will know what's going on here in the history section. So you know that you have an email that will be going out on the 17th, and this is what the email subject line is. Be on the lookout for new properties in downtown Orlando. So now, when you receive a new lead, you have their summary page, all the information that you need about when the lead came, etc., etc. You should have already set up an autoresponder. If you have not, please visit our intranet site and you will find a video, a YouTube video on updating or creating an autoresponder. So as soon as Jeff was transferred from the lead manager to your site, that autoresponder email automatically went out on your behalf. Okay? You know that there's 2 searches that are going out. Okay? There's an auto-generated search for Orlando for this criteria, and there's also a new search that you created. So at the bare minimum, this lead is going to be receiving emails from you when a new property comes on the market that fits their requirement. Now please keep in mind, different from the MLS, these saved searches are only for properties that are coming on the market or new to the market or price changes or adjustments, etc., etc. These are not for properties that have been on the market in the past. So if you know there's a great listing downtown Orlando, but it's been on the market for 3 months, you're going to want to send that to them via email. They will not receive that by way of a saved search. So please keep that in mind, that you do not have quite the same amount of flexibility as you do like when you save up a listing alert through the MLS. Okay? So you have a saved search. Again, you're able to see all the listings that your lead has viewed every time they've been on to the website. You can track their visits right here, which is very powerful to see the time they came on, the time they clicked off. I like to recommend that if you see your lead coming on every day at a certain time, that must mean that that's when they have time to get on the internet and search for homes. So maybe that's when you want to set one of those emails for a later date to go out around that time that your lead comes on, because there's a good chance that he may be on your site at that time. Okay. And then another thing that we did was we sent an email. We created an email to go out to Jeff to let him know that we created a saved search for him. So as far as handling a new lead, this is the basic information that you need to know to handle a new lead. It gets much more advanced, but this is just the basic operation, the things that you need to have done and need to be doing in order to be in rotation to receive Tier 1 leads. So I hope this video has been helpful for you. Thank you very much, and if you have any questions, don't hesitate to give us a call.